You've almost certainly heard of developer Don't Nod Entertainment, creators of Vampire, Jusant, and the Life is Strange series. But I'm willing to bet you haven't heard about their least known game, Harmony: The Fall of Reverie. In this adventure game, you'll play as Polly, a jaded and tired 30-something who returns home to her island nation after her mother goes missing. While the game is centered around a well-constructed family drama and social upheaval against a megacorporation that's drained her home of resources, Harmony dives into the supernatural when it introduces a small pantheon of modern gods like Bliss, Truth, and Power, who are all fighting to become humanity's next aspiration. This very weird game has a lot to say about a lot of topics, and it does it pretty well. And the Caribbean island vibes are great, so if you're looking to feel like you're in a real, fleshed-out Latin American island town, Harmony has you covered. Gameplay mostly consists of dialogue trees where you have perfect information about what effects your choices will have, gradually pushing you to side with one or another of the gods and choosing humanity's fate. Don't Nod has struggled with their action gameplay in titles like Vampire and Banisher's Ghost of New Eden, but in an adventure game like this, their narrative abilities really get a chance to shine. You know how there's 4 million multiplayer survival crafting open world games on Steam? Well, this is one of them. But it is different, a little. This time, instead of a harsh world like in The Forest or Ark Survival, it's a cozy island adventure. You can play on your own if you'd like, but it's really recommended you bring some friends along. Luckily, one purchase comes with 3 Friends Passes, so it shouldn't be too hard to convince some people to squad up. Think of Ikone Island as Animal Crossing New Horizons with a splash of Stardew Valley and Rune Factory, and then make it all multiplayer. It's a cozy sandbox adventure following a group of friends who are attacked by pirates and get shipwrecked on the mysterious Ikone Island. Brave the hostile weather, strange creatures, and the forces of nature as you restore the island with the classic gameplay loop of gathering, crafting, and base building. There are occasional combat threats to your base, but largely it's a pretty chill experience. Ikone Island is super tropical, super islandy, and just a little bit strange. Like many RPGs, in Nepenthe, you'll wake up on an island without any memory of how you got there. Exploring the strange world of Corythia, you'll meet various weirdo characters and creatures, plunging deeper into the mystery of both the world and your own past. There's quests, character growth, bullet hell turn-based combat, and a very distinct hand-drawn art style that brings together childlike whimsy and self-aware dark humor. You're probably thinking of another very specific game that is pretty similar to this one, Undertale. And if you're not, you're lying. But it's true, this RPG Maker game will appeal to fans of offbeat RPGs like Undertale and Earthbound, as well as fans of anti-RPGs like Moon and Stray Children. There's a lot of existential humor, warm vibes, and a lot of experimental stuff that is definitely not going to hit for everyone. This is the first game made by solo developer Yitz, and the game is not the most polished ever, so heads up on that. Strange island vibes abound though, and they don't get a lot stranger than this. To get this out right at the beginning, Palmier Island is absolutely the most unique game on this list. Yes, like many of these games, you will leave your fast life in the city to help out at your uncle's house for the summer on a faraway island. However, it turns out your uncle is a millionaire who owns the whole island, and also the island's economy is in shambles, and also he's gone missing mysteriously. Oh, and everyone on the island only speaks French. You decisively do not speak French, but you will need to enlist the help of the locals to pay off the debt, rebuild the island, and navigate social interactions without fully understanding what anyone is saying. Thing is, the language learning part is the combat. In the chattel system, you'll capture words like Pokemon during dialogue and add them to your vocabulary, then use them to solve conversation puzzles and progress the story. There's minigames, alternate routes, French tests to strengthen your understanding of the language, and it's a learn-as-you-play structure. Is this technically edutainment? I guess it is. Warning, this game will not work if you already speak French. It's still in early access, so please keep an eye on this game if your New Year's resolution is to learn Francais. Developed by Tequila Works, creators of The Sexy Brutale, Guilt, and the League of Legends spin-off Song of Nunu, Rhyme follows a young boy who awakens with amnesia on a deserted island. Yes, again. After joining forces with the Spirit Fox, you'll explore ruins, ancient cities, vast wilderness, beautiful landscapes, and a great tower that overlooks it all. If you've enjoyed games like Journey, Abzu, Ico, or Shadow of the Colossus, chances are you'll vibe pretty well with Rhyme. Gameplay mostly consists of environmental puzzles with some very light platforming. To aid in the atmosphere of Rhyme, there's actually no spoken words or even written exposition. It's melancholy, somber, and spiritually rewarding. Rime almost feels like exploring a temple from The Legend of Zelda that was cleared out years ago. There's no HUD, minimal UI, and very little to distract you from the core element of simply exploring a strange new island. Now time for something a little spookier. My personal favorite game on this list, Shadow Gambit: The Cursed Crew, is a meeting of tactical strategy, stealth, and immersive sim. Think of it as a tactical Dishonored meets Pirates of the Caribbean. You'll take control of a crew that is cursed to neither live nor die, and are given special powers that can be used in both exploration and combat that are a little bit similar to those in Arcane's first-person action games. Though it's top-down, I feel that Shadow Gambit scratches a lot of different itches with its stealth-focused gameplay. This game is all about infiltration, finding the best and smartest way to get into and take down enemy pirate bases on strange islands full of cultists, sorcerers, and perhaps even Davy Jones himself. You'll build up a roster of characters with different abilities, learn to combo them in new and exciting ways, and use them to interact with the physics simulation of the environment in ways the developers might never have planned on. Although it is slow to start, I promise that Shadow Gambit is absolutely worth it if you've also got a Dishonored-shaped hole in your heart. Set in a fantasy version of New Caledonia, a small French territory island nation off the coast of Australia, Chia puts you in the shoes of a young girl on a journey to rescue her kidnapped father. The story focuses on coming of age, preserving cultural heritage, and perseverance, all through the lens of magical realism. There's a lot of exploration of local culture and folklore, as well as music from a part of the world I'm almost sure you're not familiar with. Gameplay consists of exploring tropical islands full of magic by way of climbing, swimming, and sailing. You can also temporarily possess animals and use their abilities to solve puzzles, travel, and fight. There is a fully playable ukulele as well if you're into that. But to me, the draw is that there's no waypoint markers or navigation. You must use real landmarks and your compass to sketch out your own map, which makes exploration feel very organic. With its focus on using different powers to manipulate a robust physics engine and solve puzzles, it's hard not to compare this little indie project to The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, albeit with more Wind Waker vibes and aesthetics. It's a warm, tropical, cozy time, so I'd say if you're looking for some real island heritage to get totally submerged in, Chia is your best bet. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I hope that even if you don't buy any of these games right away, you'll at least wishlist a few of them and keep them in mind the next time a big sale comes around. A lot of these indie developers are struggling right now and could really use your support in exchange for the wonderful art they've created. As far as what this channel is going to be, I'm not 100% sure yet. I think I have like 70% of an idea, but I wanted to focus on drawing attention to indie games that don't have a lot of attention on them already. Basically stuff where a lot of these I don't know if they're good. Frankly, I've only played like half the games I just listed, but I want to get more eyes on them so people can find out if they're good or not. Like, they won't have a chance to be, beloved if people never even find out they exist. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do here. Whereas these aren't like necessarily recommendations to play as much as necessarily recommendations to like check it out. So going forward, I'm probably going to do more things like this with like kind of specific themes and like a list of like 5 or 6 games that you probably haven't heard of. And then I am going to also try to do some things where I do little playthroughs of games with like very low review counts on Steam, like stuff that's like 100% positive with only like 80 reviews or whatever, and try and give those a go and give them like a little bit of airtime to see if we can get a little bit more word out about really good stuff that people don't know about. So yeah, I guess that's it. My name's Nirav, if I didn't say that before. And yeah, thanks guys for listening. I haven't come up with a catchphrase to sign off with yet for the island. Let's get off the island. That's not good. Ahoy!